Get ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited. Hello, it is Dr. Foster. This is Paranormal PhD. Thank you for joining me tonight on Facebook, both on the Paranormal PhD page, God's Reader page, on YouTube, and on TikTok. I appreciate you guys always joining me these Tuesday nights, and so we can gab and talk. And again, later on, I will invite some people who are in the StreamYard chat rooms, which are connected to all the Facebook and the YouTube channels, to join me. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things tonight, and then I'm going to do some readings as usual, because it just is a lot of fun to do that. And we're going to actually talk tonight about children and visions and psychic abilities. So if you've got a child around you, let's say that remembers a past life or is having night terrors or saying that they are seeing things, definitely let me know. Get on the show and explain and tell everybody. Do tell. So if you've never seen who I am before, then first of all, I'm Dr. Rebecca Foster. I am actually, yes, I have my PhD and I can say doctor. I also was a professor for almost 10 years with a major university. And so, yes, I can claim it. But then everybody who is getting their doctorates, like when can I call myself doctor? So yes, I've earned it. But I'm a clairvoyant medium. I've been working in this profession for 36 years this year. And so my background is extensive in the paranormal. And then also when, in the line of work that I was doing, I was also working with people who were dealing with addiction and who are incarcerated. So yeehaw. And with that, next week I plan on just doing a show of readings. Nothing but readings. I'm just going to get on and start reading. I'm not going to talk. Okay. So, children and visions and psychic abilities in general. All right. And there we are. We are going to mute a do not disturb. There we go. Because that sucker will go off all night long. So again, thanks for everyone for joining me. Let me get in the chat room and see who all is here. And then on TikTok, awesome. We've got, thank you, Sinfinity. I appreciate that because my hair goes through major cycles of growth and chopping and all the fun designs that you can do in between. I actually made a TikTok video of it. So hello, everyone. Thomas Kasdorf, how are you? Mimi, Kathy, Kelsey, Mary Grace, how are you? Lori, Joni, Denise, Paige, Tracy P. I am excited to be here, Tracy P. I look forward to it. And Summer, how are you? Hello from Ohio. Oh, I love Ohio. I'm hoping to make a trip to Ohio sometime this spring because I really want to go see some Sasquatch again. Anyway, with that said, your niece, Amanda, your niece says there is a monster in her bedroom. I would trust the child because you can never tell if a child is like, hey, there's someone in the closet or there's someone in the corner. Nothing is more terrifying than when your child is crying and going, there's something right there. And it has big eyes and its teeth and it's growling. And I'm going, I don't see it, which is bad. That is bad. If my kids see or hear anything that I can't, we're in trouble. Okay. So the jacket's coming off because it's freaking hot. Seriously. God, gee willikers. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. And we can read some people. Hello from Indiana and Connecticut. Yay. I am in Iowa. I am in the heartland. Iowa's great though. Iowa's awesome. Iowa has great people. I have lived a lot of places. Michigan, I love Michigan. Love Florida. Hello, everyone. I love it. Okay. So let's grab some people and read. Utah. I will be in Vernal. I will be in Vernal, Utah in September. So come and see me. All right. Arizona. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think we have all 50 states here tonight, you guys. I think we've got all 50 states here. I mean, we don't have, unless we got someone from Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. I think we may have, wow, Rhode Island, Kentucky. You guys are freaking awesome. Isn't that cool? I love that. That is fabulous. South Florida on the patio. Lori, whatever. Whatever. All right. You saw some ghosts in your room, Janet Cook. Hello, Janet. You made it. I saw the message from you a few minutes ago and I could not get to it. Wisconsin, Tracy, hello. Susan, hello. I am originally from Illinois, just south of Chicago. Go Bears. Awesome. Missouri. I have family in Missouri. I love Georgia. Driving through there in a couple of weeks. Awesome. So I really do. This is awesome. You guys are fabulous. I love seeing all the different states. It's really cool. So I'm just going to grab people when I start reading from the rooms. And I'm going to put an invite here for anybody who wants to get on with me and share their personal stories or their children's stories. And I'll bring about 2 or 3 people on. And I will actually turn the volume up so that TikTokers can hear you guys this time. Oh my God, I was going to say, no, I thought my camera was going to seize up. All right, so let's see here. Let's grab some people. So Thomas Kasdorf, you were here first. I'm actually going to grab you and read you. And so just so you guys who have never seen what I do before, my information comes from God, from spirit guides, and from people who've passed over. I do not consult the dead. I don't ask questions. Whatever comes through for you is meant in this very short amount of time to be like a need to know basis. And it comes through symbolically. So I'll explain first what I'm being shown, and then I will explain what it means. And it's really quick. So Thomas, for you, the first thing that your guides are actually bringing through is now this is also a preventative thing. When they give me information that is health related, it is to prevent something from happening. It is to give you a heads up to be able to go in and get something looked at. And if it makes sense or it resonates with you, it's even that much more powerful. So Thomas, I'm actually having what looks like several males in your family who have come through. And they are saying, make sure that you are taking care of your circulation. Make sure that you don't let what runs in the family affect your health. And so and it seems to be like vascular, and it feels like deep vein. So a deep vein thrombosis and so forth. And they're talking about deep vein issues. So it would be down within the legs, possible varicose veins that are painful, but making sure that you are paying attention to what runs in the family and then addressing those things so they don't become a problem later on and painful. And also so that your cardiac health or your vascular health is good. We want that. Definitely. Okay, so we've got some people in the room here. We're going to just take a peek and see it. Now, remember, next week I'm going to do nothing but readings. Now, I'm also looking on TikTok. I can't even read. I better put these suckers on a second. So I'm looking on. Hello, Hot Mess. How are you? I'm so glad you joined. So I was actually getting a massage yesterday in West Des Moines, and I was looking to see if she'd be on, but I don't know if she's on. It's just flying, like the chat room's going crazy. But Massage Heights, West Des Moines, telling you they are the bomb. I think I get someone different every time I go in there, and they're fabulous. Okay. Yes, user Jenner1122. Yes, I am a medium. Okay, so we've got TJ. TJ, if you would like, I'm going to add you to the stream real quick. Let me open this up, and I'll add you to the stream. If you would like to share your children's stories, you don't have to put your camera on if you don't like, but your mic is ready to go. Nope, he left. Okay, so Summer Arbogast, did you want to share? I'll add you here. You're welcome to speak. everything is turned up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, perfect. Go ahead. Tell us what you got going on.
Well, what exactly are you wanting to talk about?
we're, we're talking about children who have had psychic
Okay.
experiences.
My
and so forth.
daughter, she'll be 17 in May. Since
Okay.
she was 11, she's had a vision. But when she first came to me and told me she was having them, she was calling it deja vu. And she
Okay.
was saying it a lot. And eventually, after a year, I'm like, can you explain to me what deja vu is? And when she explained it to me, it was not deja vu. She was
Okay.
basically seeing other people's lives. She was seeing, as sometimes she would see it from like a third person, sometimes she'd be that person.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
still to this
absolutely.
day, she experiences this.
Okay.
And she doesn't know what to do with it.
Well, props to you for not shutting her down and allowing her to actually experience those visions, and then allowing her to grow with it and remember it, because a lot of times their children are shut down and told, no, that's not real, or you're imagining that. And so that was an awesome job of allowing her to develop, if she was going to develop that, and not calling her crazy. um
Yeah.
so the deja vu experience is actually, it's different, you're right, than what she's talking about. And if you're talking that she is seeing things from other people's perspectives, from third person, or from her own vision, it just sounds like she's got some massive clairvoyance going on. And what she really definitely needs to do, if she hasn't done that already, is really, she needs to anchor herself in some form of faith, be it Christianity, or, whatever it is. She needs to find spirit. She needs to find God on a positive level. Because when you say Father, if you don't say Father God in heaven, something else might be like, yes, I'm your Father, but not the right kind. So you want to make sure, it's kind of
Right.
like a genie. She wants to make sure that she is saying the right words, and she's really binding herself in her faith. And all children should have that, because if you go out into doing any kind of this work and you don't have a solid belief in something protecting you, then you are more susceptible to hearing other things and listening to other things, and because they can tell you anything too. I could take anybody here that has never read anyone and give you some really strange stones, and just pick them up off the floor and say, now read those. And that person might throw them on the ground, and what's your question, and something will tell that person what to say. So
Right.
making sure that she's always going to God for her information, that she attributes her gift to him, and that anything that happens positively, it comes from him. And by doing that, she's just going to hone it. Trust her guides, trust God. Yeah. And she's 17 now, you said?
She'll be 17 in May. Yeah.
Sure. And she's prime age for us for spiritual attacks. So, yeah, prime age. You're lucky.
Okay.
Prime age. But thank you so much for sharing, and tell her just hang in there. I will share this with you guys, just in case anybody is interested, and this includes you as well. So I have two books out there. Both are on Amazon, and I've priced them as cheap as I can on the ebook section, because a lot of people want e-readers or have
Mhm.
e-readers. And the first one is The Beaches. It's a journey of answers. This one is about how I started doing what I do and how it is relevant in people's lives. So this might be something that would help her. It's a short, easy read. It's like a conversation. And this one, e-reader, is $2.99. They wouldn't let me go any cheaper. Or you can order the book. And then the second one is God, Please Tie My Shoes. This one is 99 cents. And again, it's so that everybody can read it. The book is good. I could price it for more, but why? Because a lot of people can't afford them. Why would I spend money on a
Mhm.
book when I can buy something else? So it's 99 cents. And e-reader, she might find that there's a lot in here that makes sense with her as well. So if she's developing her gift more, this is probably the book to get. And it's real
Okay,
and it's
we'll check them
honest.
out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even if she's not a reader, there's such quick reads. I'm not a reader either. That's probably why I wrote them the way I did. So thanks so much for sharing, Summer. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. God bless. All right. And then we've got Ashley. Ashley, darling.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Go tell your story, please.
I will. So my son, he's 3,
Okay.
and well, he'll be 4 in May. But ever since he hit about 3, he started having where he was seeing spirit.
Okay.
And then it led into deep conversations with past life.
Ooh, okay.
Anytime that I would go through meditation playlists or anything of a higher vibration, he'd say, "Would you please turn it off?" And he'd start crying. And I'd ask him, why? And he says, "Because I hear it in my dreams." I said, "Okay," left it at that.
But he's
Well, the next
3,
time it
telling
happened.
you this at 3.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I asked him again a couple of weeks later because the same scenario happens, different song. And he says, "I asked you to please not play that, Mommy. It makes me really, really sad." And I said, "Well, I know that you said it's in your dreams, but what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it's in your dreams?" And he says, "Well, it's because it makes me really sad because it makes me think about my life." And I said, "Your life, like right now, your life or before?" And he said, "My life's before."
Interesting.
And I said, "Oh," I said, "Okay." He said, "It makes me really, really sad because I still remember." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, how many lives have you had?" And he said, "A lot of not so good ones." I said, "Okay, well, I'll make sure not to play the meditation music around you since it upsets him so much." But even since that point, we are now still having a lot of activity with him. Spirits at night, in his room, around me. And he'll just pop up with things out of nowhere. Driving down the, road, he'll say so-and-so, he saw so-and-so and that person just passed. So, yeah.
That's it. He's perfect. I mean, 3 years old. Seriously, when 3-year-olds are talking, they've just started talking and that veil has not completely dropped on them. They will tell you crazy past life stuff and they're legit. Like this actually happened.
Yes.
And so is he right there? Hi. How are you?
He just
What's
walked
your
in.
name?
I'm Kirsten.
He
What
says,
is it?
"I'm Christian."
You're Christian? Okay. I'm Rebecca. Nice to meet you.
Okay. All right. Say bye.
I go with Meme.
Okay.
Yeah?
Go. He just walked in. He heard me talking about him.
See that? He's already a ham.
But he is what started kicking off this, I'd say second launch of my awakening. Because when I think about it, it really started about 5 years ago, but he is what really brought it in full force because there was no denying everything that he knows because he just knows.
Well, vibing on his energy, I know this sometimes, this can be hazardous, I guess, once in a while, but I would put on a movie that would be more filmed from Asia. So something Chinese, something Japanese, and see how he feels watching them because it looks like he has a past life living as a monk. So it'd be like Tibetan, but the closeness, maybe the resemblance, and see if it makes him uncomfortable or if he's like, I don't want to watch this. See if that has something to do with maybe a little bit of his discomfort. And right now, especially if there's with discord of any kind that he might be overhearing, it may be also creating a little bit of a trigger for him as having dealt with past lives where there's always seemingly a discord or a war. So,
he hates it. He hates it. He will scream at his dad to turn it off in full force.
Just keep off the news. Don't turn the news on. It's garbage, all of it. Don't turn it on. It just creates anxiety and stress. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for sharing Christian and your story and his story. That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
All right, darling. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that was awesome, right? Okay. You know what? I love that. When my when my 19-year-old Bradley, when he was 3 years old, I was folding laundry and I was watching a movie. Well, it wasn't a movie, but it was like a documentary on Marilyn Monroe. And he walked into the living room and he stops and he looks and he goes, I know her. Mom, I used to take pictures of her when I was Ray Fast, and I went everywhere with her. And then this woman with brown hair kind of scooted in, and I used to take, and he just went on and on and on. Like, I know her. I used to see her all the time. And I'm on there like Ray Fast or Rafe Ass. And I'm like searching everything I could for freelance photographers back in Maryland's day. And my daughter, when she was 3, I'm telling you, 3 is the age. I was putting her to bed one night and she goes, Mama, do you remember when you also used to call me Cindy? And we lived in that white farmhouse and we had chickens. And I was like, yes, go on. Because my great grandmother is Cinderella, and they called her Cindy, and they had a white farmhouse, and that's pretty much what I grew up in when I was little. The whole family lived. So now she's like, I'm your great grandmother, and I don't have to listen to you. Oh, she's 8. Well, she jokes around. However, there is some truth to that in the matter. You know, that feeling of a lack of desire to listen, and she's a great listener. But in children where they have an older soul, that lack of wanting to deal with authority has a lot to do with it, because they're just pissed off because they're here again and they have to do it all over. So, all right. There is someone else on here, but the device is not connected, so I can't click on it to do that. So let's get to some readings. And he doesn't listen to you at all because they're these old souls. These children come through, they're super attuned. They don't want to listen. They're just mad because they're back again and they have to go through kindergarten and diapers and they have to learn everything over again. So the next time you're talking to your kid and they're little and they don't want to listen, it may not be that they're just being obstinate or defiant. It could be very well that you're dealing with an old soul that was ticked off that they had to come back. And if that's also the case, a lot of times children who are defiant are very old souls. And they're probably older than you. They're probably like a great grandfather, and they don't want to be here. You may have even found that you had to work really hard to have them, to conceive them. And so that would also be like they were like being shoved down the hole because they didn't want to be here. And have compassion and empathy. And remember to have that for yourself too, because we all, there are some of us who didn't want to be here either. And have compassion for people who are still just like, what the hell is going on? Why am I even here? And also, you guys, when I'm not reading specific people, a lot of times I will gab and I will talk because so many more people can get the information that I give than just the few that I read. So let me turn the comments back on. All right. So let me grab some people. Hello, Alexis. How are you? All right. That is fabulous. And you guys, you know what? I know TikTok just goes way too quickly. So there's no way I can read most of the information there. But if you guys want, post on there if it made any sense to you. Just post on there if it makes any sense. Okay, great. I may go. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do tonight. Carrie Spear. Your life is you know what? It's so funny how we consider life being a wreck. And Carrie, I'm talking to you right now, but I want to address people here as a whole because your life really isn't so much of a wreck. Okay, if you go into a room, Carrie, and you decide, you know what, I want to redo this room. It's old, it's dated, it needs new paint. I don't like all the decorations. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go through, you're going to push everything to the middle of the room. You're going to get rid of everything you don't want that doesn't make any difference anymore. You don't use it. You don't touch it. It goes to Goodwill. It goes to garbage. It goes to the neighborhood, wherever you're going to put it. You get new bedspreads. You paint the room. The room is a wreck. It is in ultimate destruction. But you take your time. You get it finished. And then it's anew. It's beautiful and you want to show it off and it's amazing. And this is the same way that this is what we also go through. We get the old continues and we're hanging on to things that don't make a difference. So we go through these massive transformations where we slough off all the old. We go through transformation. We are rebuilding, redoing. And that's what you're going through. Don't pain yourself about what is walking away or what is falling apart, because sometimes we cling to things so much that in order to get rid of them, it's what I call lightning striking. And they're like, you know what? Okay, we need her here by 5 o'clock on Thursday and she's not paying attention. So get rid of all of that. And then you go through this whole beautification process of becoming who you're supposed to be, just like a room or just like a building, and you're rebuilding. So another part of that, Carrie, is that control within one's life is total illusion. It's not real. How many times do you say to yourself, oh my God, today is so fabulous. Everything is wonderful. It's going my way. Everything just went my way. It's wonderful. It's the days when you just want to go back to bed, when everything is knocked out of your hand and you can't hang on to it and you're just ticked off because nothing is going right. And we feel like the world is happening to us rather than us working through it. It's just out of our control. And so we feel out of control. It's not that. It's that we need to slow down. We're going too fast. We're hyper. We're trying to get it all done. We're just focused on making our wants happen. And it's God or our angels saying, will you just trip her, please, and slow her butt down, because we need her back here. And she's running all over the place. So it's like spirit putting you on a timeout. So right now, you just need to sit back, Carrie. You need to look and assess everything. And I'm grateful for that. I love that so much. Thankful for this. I wanted to go do this, but I can't. Why? Maybe you've got children. Maybe you've got someone who is anchoring you to a moment. It's very simple to look at things and go, everything is a wreck and disarray. But Carrie, you're here. You are here right now. Type into me and with all of these people right now, and you're breathing and you're alive, and everything else around you that is not working in your life, let it go. And not like, let it go, not like that. Okay. It's legitimately going, I don't give a shit anymore, and letting it go. And then it feels like, holy crap, freedom. It's like shaving your head. You don't have to do anything with it anymore. So it's amazing what you can do with that. But I don't see your energy as crazy, Carrie. I don't see it as a mess. I see it as a project. And I'm seeing you rebuilding. I would tell you if this was a wreck. I would be honest and tell you, this is a mess, girl. You need to fix that. But I don't. I see you as already doing that. And I love that. Okay. So somebody was asking, okay. Somebody was asking about deja vus. So deja vu, everybody's had deja vu. I think I had like 4 yesterday. So let me let you all know what this is, a deja vu. So before you come here, I got to back up here. So before you come down to earth, you're like, okay, I'm going to go back down. I'm going to learn how to do this. I want to be this color. I want to be this height. I want to look like this. I want to have these beauty issues. I want to have these. I want to be beautiful. I want to be rich. I want to be poor. You write your whole contract out. And you invite and bring all these people into your life that are going to help you achieve what you need to learn. So it might be that you have parents who feud and you need to learn what it's like to be in a divorced family. You want to know what it's like to come out of poverty. You want to know what it's like to live in a very dangerous area and to come out of that, or to lose, or to have loss. I mean, there's so many things we write into our contracts to learn. And so you come down here. And you're going about your day regardless. I like to say that maybe you're at a party that you were forced to go to, like something with the family at Christmas or a holiday. Those are always joyful. Well, for some people, it's not. And you're standing at that horrible work party or a Christmas party, and you're like, wait a second. Stop. Nobody move. Holy crap. I've been here. We've all done this before. And that deja vu moment hope happens. And everybody does in that moment exactly what you saw happening. It's not that you've been there before. It's that you wrote it. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. You wrote it all out. And it's exact perfect timing to your life contract. So no matter what your life has been like in the past, no matter what you have done, I don't care if you prostituted yourself for 25 years on the same corner. If you go to breakfast that next morning and you're sitting there and you say hi to someone, you have a deja vu, you are exactly where you're meant to be according to your contract. So don't let anyone, I guarantee everybody watching tonight has had a deja vu. That's why you don't judge. That's why you don't look at someone and think, oh, they're homeless. They may be having a deja vu every day. They're exactly where they're meant to be at that moment. Things are not a coincidence. They don't just happen to us badly. Well, let me correct that. Bad people do happen, but I can't always say that they're just bad people. They have bad influence. A lot of times it's over here, badly influencing, and they're just listening to the bad stuff because a lot of times it's easier. Hence, narcissists. Okay. All right. I'm just going to start reading people now. Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. You guys have got some great energy. And you know what? You're welcome, Carrie. I'm going to grab someone up here. Let's see. It's just flying by. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop here. Nick interrupted, girl. I'm just going to tell you, you need to journal, you need to write, you need to get it all out. See, because you're not a person who talks, you express. Your feelings come out through expression. So artistry, writing, music, poetry, drawing, you have an ability to express in a way that not only heals you, but it can heal other people. You know, sometimes you see a piece of work that's just so wonderful, it makes you emotionally just freak out. Don't listen to any of the bad stuff, though. Nick, that's what I'm going to tell you. Don't listen to anything negative. And when I say that, it's because we all have our good Jiminy Cricket, and then we've got the negative things all trying to take us out. And they will work through us, and it'll sound like we're talking to them, and we think it's ourselves. And it's not. It's these darker energies that are attempting to take us out. So you really have to make sure you're very discerning when you're listening to things. Paying attention to nothing good. God nor your angels in heaven are going to ever say, you are no good. What the hell are you still doing here? Leave. Find someplace else. Nobody loves you. God will never do that. Nor will you. Human nature, the first thing, if somebody holds your breath, the first thing you're going to do is fight to breathe. Okay? Human nature is to live, is to go on. These things over here are trying to take you out. They just are. And don't listen to it. So you, Nick, interrupted. You need to journal, write, paint. You're very artistic in that way. Okay, Walla Walla Boom a Baby. My daughter has been seeing things and heard things in her bedroom. How do you know if it's legitimate? Well, if your daughter is hearing and seeing something in the bedroom, it's legit. It just is the way it is. It absolutely can't be anything other than that. They may appear in a full apparition. They may show up as just a shadow figure. And one way, I mean, I'm going to tell you what, there was, even now, if we had something battery operated in the house, I made sure it had batteries in it that were good and full and able to work. The moment something would kick on in the middle of the night by itself and it shouldn't have, it was gone. I am not going to leave toys around my house that ghosts play with, because that's what they'll do. If you've got doll houses, they will play with the doll houses. They will, and it's not that like they turn on and go, boop, turn it on. It is that they get near it and their electrical charge that will start something. It's gone. I don't keep it. Nope. I don't need to be even dealing with that. And partly because it used to freak my kids out. So if my now 26-year-old, when he was, I don't know, 16 or 17, he's like, Mom, you know the kids were down here in the middle of the night playing with the dollhouse out here in the basement? And I said, no. Well, it come to find out it was a little girl that was in the house prior to my daughter being born. And I told her, I was like, you need to go back up to heaven. If you want to come back down here as a human child, you're welcome to do that. But you cannot be in it. My grandmother had just given me a box of her books, and I knew she came attached to the books. So I was like, you just need to leave. go to heaven and check in. If you want to come back down, you can come back down. And then my daughter was born conceived like 3 months later. And I knew it was a girl. I knew it was her. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty awesome. Me and my Gizzy. All right, we've got several people here. We've got me and my Gizzy and Kathy Gastineau. You've got Coco and Gizzy. You guys are looking for animals that want to come through. So let me separate the energies and let me see what I can pull through. So Gizzy, I'm wondering. Okay, so Coco, I am seeing what I don't want to call it a schnauzer, but it looks almost like a box nose. And I would think it's a little grayer or gray. And then the Coco dog looks multicolored. I would think an average size dog, not the size of, let's say, a Cocker Spaniel, but maybe this like a pointer size, maybe average size, not a German Shepherd, but both about average size, about the size maybe. Yeah. So Gizzy looks smaller, maybe about the size of a Schnauzer, maybe a little bit smaller. And Coco looks like about a pointer or that kind of a sized dog. And Kathy, he's a Shih Tzu. Okay. So Coco is a Shih Tzu. Is he multicolored, Kathy? Because it looks like I'm looking at what color would I call that? Like this, almost. It looks kind of. Can you see? It's not even that. I don't know, brownish, cocoa, like not like a coffee creamer color. It looks like, and then the other one looks like Gizzy. Let's get up here by Gizzy here. Oh boy, I don't know where it's at. Hold on a second. Let me find this. There's nothing here. I can't find it. Crap hole. Shoe Story, New York City, 111 people on. That's fabulous, right? It's up now, but that was a long time ago. So I'm way behind. I have no idea. So Kathy, he was 3 colors. I can tell you, Kathy, that I don't know if he had problems with he was white and brown. Okay, perfect. Did he, and I know it sounds really weird, but it looks like half of his back, if I'm looking at him, that would mean his left half would be the brown and the other half would be white. Like almost like he had a line or something down his back. With him, Kathy, I am picking up right the back of my, the bottom of my tongue, the back of my throat. It almost feels like I'm having difficulty either swallowing or eating. And he wants you to know that that's no more. Because it almost looks like I'm having to, he wants me to acknowledge having to like raise my head. I don't know if it's to breathe or to clear my throat, but I'm having difficulty eating, and it seems like it's in the back of my throat. Not so much in my stomach, but more with how I'm swallowing. And that's not the case anymore, of course, but he's just trying to acknowledge himself like that. All right. Awesome. So that was for you, Kathy. So Gizzy was a toy schnauzer. Oh my gosh, it was yours. Okay, so Gizzy is the schnauzer, but he was smaller. So that was him that I was seeing coming through. Perfect. So I was able, see, dogs will come through and like twizzle themselves. So I'm so glad that he did come through. Gizmo was his name. I love that. And so Kathy, thank you for the feedback on that. So Gizzy's coming through, and with Gizzy, the one thing I pick up, it feels almost like he wants me to acknowledge my back. So I'm wondering if he had like tumors or something along his back or his spine. And you're welcome, Kathy. And it just feels like I have something that is pushing on my back, pushing on my spine, and I'm wondering if it would have developed other places. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, Esperanza Rocha, you have a gizmo too, a toy schnauzer. You do not. I'm telling you, this is how this happens. So when I'm like doing a gallery and I'm reading for one person, then other animals will come through exactly like that. That is hysterical. Oh my God. That is so crazy. Well, um, I I guess it's just to let you know that he's there saying hello, to kind of acknowledge. And he had an intestinal blockage. So, did they check for tumors when they were in there? Because that it feels like he would have had more than one tumor. So, if it feels like it would be on his back, almost right on the spinal area, maybe the kidney area, and then if that's the case, in his possible tumors within the intestinal area, but it feels like tumors that would have blocked that. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Whew. All right. So, let's get that going. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to grab y'all when you flip past there. There we go. Dizzling Curry. All right. Looking for your dad. I know this sounds so weird. But it sounded like, I swear, John Denver singing "Sunshine on My Shoulder Makes Me Happy." I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I said your name and then I hear that song. So, and it's John Denver. Who doesn't love John Denver? But it's definitely, I've learned, as strange as those messages can be, to just give them. And sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. They just speak in another language and boom. All right. Mary, hello from Fort Dodge. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm so sorry I can't read these things fast enough. Cheryl Riley, you're very welcome. I try to do as much as I can with all of the energy God gives me. All right. Olivia Rose, the only thing I can tell you about the nightly news is don't watch it. Don't watch the news. I don't watch it. I can't watch it. I get anxiety because I see so many lies, and the just lies, just so many lies, and nothing is the truth anymore. And so I don't watch the news. I just don't. I figure, you know what? I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to live it until the day God takes me out. And the news just hampers that happiness. And you know what? I didn't even know there was a toilet paper shortage until I went, and I went, where the hell did all the toilet paper go? Why is there no toilet paper? So I just don't do it. I just don't do it. I don't watch it. I don't pay attention to it. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust a lot, because people are out for their own agendas right now. So, Cheryl Riley, I was actually going to tell you, not for you, but for your son. I actually feel, as far as like his blood sugars go, I'm wondering if there is an alteration in the synthesis of glucose. And so, to have him pay close attention to any alterations. And the reason I say this is because I'm feeling like fake sugar is playing a huge role with what is tricking his body. So if he's eating anything with fake sugar, aspartame, I don't care what it is. If he's eating any Splenda, I don't, whatever he's doing right now for his body seems to be working. However, if he goes a full day and then he has some fake sugar, it almost like it depletes his non-existent sugar stores. I know that sounds so weird, but I would tell him to, if he's found any kind of fluctuations in his sugar levels or how to stay level, excuse me, I would tell him to cut out any fake sugar. Real sugar, of course, he knows how to handle it, but no fake sugar. Yeah, ask him, Cheryl, ask him. Lala, hello. Darn YouTube forgot to remind you. Psh, It's okay, girl. You never around. I know. It's all right. It's okay. All right. Yeah, no, I don't watch the news. Okay, just a little psycho. Going through some medical issues right now. Will it be why will it be why we're thinking it is? Going through medical issues. Um let's take a peek. Running through. So I'm actually, I several times I'm stopping at neck up. So it is something dealing with your brain. And it feels almost, it feels almost nerve related. It feels like a neuropathy of some kind or nerve related. And it's weird because I almost feel like it would be somehow in the same field or the same, um, it would cause something like outbursts or like Tourette's. And it feels like it's from here up. So they're trying to get me to acknowledge definitely if you're in seeing a doctor, I think that's fabulous. Because they'll obviously be able to figure out what's going on, but it feels like it would be something that would cause like a twitch or an outburst because it feels neurological and it feels like something that can be controlled, fixed, repaired, corrected. There's a lot going on there. So yeah, I'm loving that. They're definitely going to be able to fix you there. Okay, let's see here. MS, yeah. I think they're seeing a doc that's saying that they're showing signs of MS. Um, it's possible, but I'm wondering if it's I'm trying to place white spots on your brain. I'm trying to do that. And it doesn't feel like there's multiple spots. It feels like there's one. And I'm wondering if that's why they're thinking. So I'm assuming that they're going to put you through some more testing, some more scans to find out what's going on. And if it's in the beginning stages of something to be able to really curtail it. But I'm seeing it being something that can be fixed, that is something to be controlled. And MS is usually degenerative. So I would think that it would definitely affect your get up and go with neurology and neuropathy. I think you're going down the right path. I just can't say for sure that it is MS because I'm not seeing multiple spots. I'm seeing one. And that's probably why they are double checking it. Yeah. Well, good luck, just a little psycho. You know what? Um, I'm sure everyone here right now could say a little bit of a prayer for you that Father God, this is Rebecca, and I have a lot of people here with me. When two or more gather in prayer, just a little psycho. She's going in, she's being taken care of and treated, and she's waiting on the revelation as to what's going on with her and if it's MS. And we just ask you right now, Father God, we don't know her, but we do because we're all your children. We're all interconnected, and we all want to send her some healing light and some healing energy that those spots or what's ever going on up there that is making those doctors think it's MS are wiped out because I know within that you are within her as you are in all of us, and we all have that power to send her healing energy right now, Father God, and wipe out any issues that she's dealing with, to go back in and have them say, sorry, it was a mistake. And we pray this in Jesus' name, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. That's awesome. I love that. I'm sending you lots of light there, girl. Sending you lots of light. Woo, hoo, hoo. All right. You guys are so much fun tonight. All right. All right. Angela Lyon. Let's take a peek at Angela, shall we? Angela, I see you actually walking right on, it's as if you are not a very narrow little creek, but you're walking along with flat shoes, and there's slippery round river rock all along the edge. I mean, you don't even have to walk on it. You could walk somewhere else next to it and it's flat, but you're choosing to walk on this river rock. And when you step, it kind of moves and it's slippery. So you're bending your ankles. And I'm like, yeah, she's going to crack an ankle. And so spirit first, and you're not in the water, but you're really taking a difficult path. And it looks because this way any further where you're walking, if you go to the right anymore, you're making a comfortable decision. You're doing the same old. If you go in the water, that means you're going to have to cross and go the other way. So there's a lot of indecision right now as to what to do. I don't know what that was. I heard somebody just say something, but okay, whatever. There's indecision about what to do. And the shoes represent that feeling or perception of being held back. And it almost looks like something financial and what's best for you and family. And it would be kind of like saying, okay, we need a bigger house, but houses are absolutely unaffordable right now and outpriced. And we'd have to make a concession. And it's that kind of a thing of trying to weigh out what's the best for the family and yourself and how to make it work for everyone. And that seems to be a life-changing kind of a decision because it's going to change what you do and who you see and where you go. And I always tell people, when you're ready, it's time to cross the river. It's time to take that turn. And until you're ready, just keep doing what you do because you can't make a mistake doing that. You just have to live with it a little bit longer until you go, I can't live with it anymore. And then you finally just like, you throw your hands up and you make that decision. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Just a little cycle. You got a lot of people saying amen for you, girl. Lots of amens. Okay, I'm sorry. Beach Bunny, your son's struggling. Do I see anything? Well, they're highly protective of you, Beach Bunny. They're highly protective of you. And part of their struggle, it looks like they really came here together for a reason. They came together. And not like twin, but they came together. They made sure that they were in this life together. And I would look at their back too, and look for a spray of moles on either of them because it looks like they also served, I would think, in a Revolutionary or Civil War together, and probably died together on a field. So check their backs for that sort of thing. Now, whatever turmoil is going on in their lives, it's partly to protect you. They're very protective. Yeah. I'm just watching here. I'm also thinking they're wiser than okay, yeah. They're your anchor for sure. They are here to keep you grounded and to keep you making the right decisions. Because if they weren't here, you would not be living the way you're living. There would be something majorly different, or you wouldn't be here. So they're anchoring you as well. And I can see the struggle, and I'm seeing you trying to do your best. And I can see you trying to really think everything through and being overwhelmed. But this is where you just look up and you go, you know what, God, I can't do it like this anymore. I'm struggling. I'm suffering right now. I'm suffering and I don't know what to do because I can see your mama's pain. And give it to him and just say, tell me what to do. When you wake up tomorrow morning, clear your calendar and go, God, I have nothing to do today. What should you have me do? What do you want me to do with my day? And then do it. And give yourself a break. Girl, give yourself a break. You know, you have learned so much in your previous experiences, and I don't think you're ever going to make that mistake again. And I also know that you know who to watch out for and the types of personalities to watch out for, namely a narcissistic person or sociopathic behaviors. You'll never do it again because you know what to look for. Hope that makes sense. And you're not alone. Your guides have you. Your guides have you. Oh my gosh, I know I just passed you up. You know what? If I've read for you guys and you want to let me know that, yeah, that made sense, you can always email me. It's in my profile when I get done, and just say, hey, you know what? You read for me, and this, it made sense to me. It lets me know I'm doing what I need to do. Okay. Mary Potratz, your Down syndrome daughter always wakes up saying she had a bad dream. Interesting. Well, you know what? Um, Down syndrome individuals, autistic individuals, they are just such a blessing in this world. Um, they are visionary and unconditional. They just are so gifted in each different way. And the fact that your daughter is waking up to weird dreams, I'd ask her to, you know what? If she's old enough, have her write them down or record them. If she's not, ask her what it was about and keep a little dream journal for her. And eventually maybe you'll be able to make sense of what she's seeing and how she's seeing it. And I think that one of the easiest things is I used to keep a crayon and a tablet next to my bed. Um, and I am not per se a dreamer seer. I rarely get dreams. I do once in a while, but it's not my forte. Uh, but if she's a dreamer, visionary, start recording and keeping track of those things, and then eventually she may look and go, "Oh my gosh!" and date it. Definitely put a date on it because you just never know what they're going to see. Mm-hmm. So Angela Lyon, you are exactly right. Real deal. This week, I am purchasing a riverfront lot as an investment, and many are not agreeing with your decision. Um, yes, you are. You know what? When you do things that are right for you, and people around you are like, "What the hell are you doing this for? Why would you do this?" But it settles in your soul, and then you know you did the right thing. I always say, don't let another human poop on your parade. Don't let them do that. It's like God saying, here's a gift. Take this gift. I want you to have it. I love it so much, and I love you, and I want you to have this gift. And you grab the gift and you go, thanks. I'm going to just put this right here. I appreciate it. What's it like when you give someone a gift and then they don't open it? Open it. I want to see you open it. I put my heart and soul into buying this gift for you. Open the gift. So it's the same kind of a thing. It's the same thing. And when he gives you an opportunity to do something, or he instills something in you, he wants you to use it. Your talent, he wants you to use it. You're good at something, he wants you to use it. The only thing, look at this, singing. Who here is a singer and has absolute stage fright? Me. Now I can get on the stage all day long and I can talk and talk and talk. And I love talking. I love speaking to people. Oh my God. But I about throw up every time I have to get up on stage and sing. Okay. That was one of those paths that this voice here talked me out of. Like, oh my God, you're going to get up there and forget the words. So I just never did that path. But I often think, why were they trying to stop me from singing? Why? Well, it is what it is. Mimi Weaver, your daughter is autistic and she feels others' aura. Oh my God, exactly. I'm telling you, autistic people are not all math geniuses. They're not. Some of them they don't know math at all. Some of them are not some brilliant savant who can just go out and write and create. It's not always that way. They receive things differently. It's true. But they receive gifts just like us. And I think that partially with those who are Down syndrome and those who are autistic, there's no veil. They don't really have, it's easier for them to connect because it's unconditional love. And the one command we should all do is love one another. Just love one another. I don't give a crap who you love, who you date, what you dress like. I don't care what kind of underwear you have in your drawer. I don't give a crap. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care if you go to church or don't. Nobody should. Everyone should just be like, you know what? You're awesome. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can go into any prison and I can sit down like I have sat down across the table, a card table from inmates and gone, what are you doing in here? Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. You're so awesome. Like, people just have to stop judging. They have to stop judging. Okay? And you don't know who you're dealing with. You just don't. You might be walking down the street and see someone and be like, oh my God, they look terrifying. And you have no idea. They're just the biggest teddy bear in the world. And you have to think, I'm gonna leave you all with this. You have to consider those of you with children, no matter what your child would do, I would guarantee you might whoop their ass, but you're not going to hate them. Most parents don't. Most parents are unconditional towards their kids. He is the same way with us, the same exact way. So who am I to judge my brother or my sister? Okay, my family, we make fun of everybody. We make fun of each other all the time. We're going to make fun of people. We make fun of things. The world is too serious. But when you make fun of someone and it's to their detriment or to their sadness, have some freaking compassion, people. Have some love and compassion and lift someone up. Someone fall down, you don't want to whip out your phone and video and laugh. You want to help. Are you okay? Are you all right? I once passed a woman in the middle of the freaking snow just this past year, and I drove by and I'm like, there's a woman laying in the ditch right there with a shovel. I'm like, she have a heart attack? Like, what is she doing? I whipped my car around. I stopped in the road. Everybody's behind me. I'm like, are you alive? Are you okay? And I was about to do CPR, and she's like, oh my God, nobody even saw me laying here. I'm like, I saw you laying there. My kids were like, should I dial 911? Have compassion. Stop and check on your sister and your brother. And I'm just talking your human family. And don't judge people because you just don't know. The man that I sat across from that table, so many of them, but one of them, he was like a 6'4". He was black. He had his hair all natural growing out. He had a pick stuck in there. He walked in. He was just tougher than tough. And I was like, hey, how you doing? And he sat down. And you'd think, oh my gosh, if you saw him on the road, you'd be like, oh my God, run away. There, no, it's so crap. It's just, of course, use your senses. Trust your gut. Of course, I'm not telling you to be stupid. What I'm saying is, don't be judgmental. I sat up, listened to him talking, and I said, why are you here? You have a baby girl at home. Your community needs you. And he's like, I know, I want to get out. I want to get out and I want to go make a difference in my community. I said, then make that your focus and get the hell out of here, because he was so eloquent in the way he spoke and everything. I'm like, you have some rep apparently you're trying to protect because you're amazing. And so God looks at each of us the same way, with pure love. Like a parent looks at their child unconditionally, he looks at all of us. So don't judge yourself, because I'm a sinner. I sin all the time. Okay? Every single day. I'm looking at God and I'm like, I didn't do that. You guys, it's been awesome tonight, and I've loved being with you. And okay, so Monday night, or I'm sorry, next Monday day, 11 Eastern, 10 Central, I will be doing the Spirit Realm Network. So it's spiritrealm.net. Jump on there, and I am doing health readings, mental and physical health and well-being readings. So jump on there with me, spiritrealm.net. And then Tuesday, the what is it? 29th. Oh my gosh. I am just going to be here doing readings. I'm going to just get on and do readings. We're not going to talk about anything. I'm just going to read. Well, I'll probably talk about a few things, but I'm just going to read everybody. Jesus loves you too, Julie Dudley. And thank you for that. I know he loves me. He's my homie. I love him so much. I run to him. He's just awesome. God is definitely good. Y'all have to remember that. And if you don't know it, just look for those pennies and those feathers and those dimes when they're sending you stuff. You guys are awesome. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that y'all need to know. Nope. Other than have a great night, get some rest. And definitely God bless everybody here. Wisdom, with discernment, with relief, with peace. And just know that if you're watching this, I'm speaking to you. God bless you. And try to get some rest. And just take care of yourself and do what your heart says to do. That's awesome. I love that. Setting alarms. Lala, set your alarm for Tuesday, girl. Yeah. Like I said. All right. Lala is a Renchi for me on YouTube. And then Ashley, who was on earlier, actually sharing her story with Christian. She is also, she's on TikTok right now. So I've got my little wrench. She's helping me out and I really appreciate it. What else? I'll be back on TikTok this week doing some more readings. So I will see you guys there and I will join everybody on other things. Okay. I have to go. I know. You'll have to go. You guys take care tonight. And I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Goodbye. Au revoir, Pee-wee. Bye.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited.